Okay, so today we're diving into Nova Fortuna,
All right.
this incredible flying city, built right on top of.
Sounds fascinating.
Yeah, it is. It's built on top of ancient Mayan ruins,
Wow.
and we're going to be looking at the stark contrast between the
Oh,
super elite upper city and the struggling undercity
got it.
down below.
Makes sense.
So think secret survival, and some seriously surprising turns of events.
I like it. All right, let's get into it.
Yeah,
What really jumps out at you when you start digging into all this is the intense division.
yeah.
You've got this, opulent society literally floating above another,
Right.
built on the remnants of a past civilization.
Yeah.
Really makes you think about the cycles of power,
Yeah.
and what might be buried both physically and metaphorically beneath
Yeah.
the surface.
Absolutely. And the initial picture we get is so rich with detail.
Yeah.
You've got the authority platform,
Okay.
which seems to be the ruling power, the chaotic but vibrant undercity, whispers of a hidden vault,
Ooh, interesting.
a mysterious group called the Way of the Moth,
Okay.
and this central hole that's basically just the city's garbage disposal.
Wow.
Quite a setting, right?
It really is. It sets the stage for a world where, ambition and necessity clash.
Yeah.
Those rumors of a vault and the whole clandestine nature of the Way of the Moth immediately suggest hidden agendas and potential resistance.
Totally. And the story actually opens with this mechanical moth drone observing the Undercity.
Right.
And you get this incredible snapshot. Confetti's flying, a monkey is pulling off a pickpocket.
What?
A street brawl is erupting. Exotic dancers are performing.
Wow.
And there's this intense game going on called Bola de Fuego.
Well,
Sensory overload.
yeah, for sure. It's a fantastic way to immerse you right in the Undercity's energy.
Yeah.
And its raw, almost casual intensity.
Exactly.
Drone's perspective gives you an initial detached look before we actually zoom in on our main character.
Yeah, and that's Jax.
Okay.
We meet her in the middle of an escape.
Oh.
Compact build.
Okay.
Buzz blonde hair with these striking tattoos,
Right.
a cybernetic arm, and clearly not someone who gives up easily.
Sounds tough.
Oh yeah, and this moth drone actually intervenes,
Oh, wow.
helping her get away from whoever's chasing her.
Interesting.
And she heads to this shadowy bar called the Red Chrome.
Gotcha.
Jax's appearance immediately tells you she's resilient and resourceful.
Yeah.
That cybernetic arm hints at a story, too,
Right.
suggesting she's adapted to the harsh realities of this world
For sure.
and probably relies on technology to survive.
Right.
Inside the Red Chrome, she encounters these two shady characters,
Okay.
Greco and Cypher,
Right.
and they proposition her with a job. Take out an AI core at this research facility known as Project Prometheus.
An AI core.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the payout is substantial, enough to make her seriously consider leaving the Undercity.
Wow, that's huge.
She's hesitant at first, but eventually she agrees.
That's a big decision.
Yeah.
This job offer really sets everything in motion.
It does.
Instantly raising the stakes for Jax.
Yeah.
The target being an AI core
Right.
adds a layer of technological intrigue,
Totally.
and her desire to escape
Uh-huh.
provides this powerful personal motivation for her.
Absolutely.
Her initial reluctance suggests she operates by some kind of internal code,
Right.
even in this environment.
Definitely. And we also start to see glimpses of this Way of the Moth.
Okay, the Way of the Moth.
There's graffiti, popping up whispers spreading through the Undercity,
Uh-huh.
and even official government warnings about them.
Really?
Jax is cynical about it all,
Okay.
but there's a flicker of intrigue there,
Interesting.
and she remembers a moment of hope connected to the moth.
Okay, so this introduces a potential ideological conflict.
Yeah,
It gives you a sense that there's more to the Undercity
right.
than just survival.
Definitely.
The government's reaction indicates that the Way of the Moth is perceived as a genuine threat to their control,
It
making
does.
them a force to watch.
Totally. So back in her cramped apartment, Jax connects with Glitch,
Switch, okay.
who we learn is a net runner.
A Netrunner.
He promises to dig into Project Prometheus.
Makes sense. So what exactly does a Netrunner do?
Yeah, so think of a netrunner as someone who navigates the digital world,
Okay.
accessing information and systems.
Got it.
Glitch's skill in this area makes him a crucial ally for Jax,
For sure.
providing that technological edge they'll likely need.
Yeah, I can see that.
Now, things take a dark turn when Jax seeks refuge at this place called the Sanctuary.
The sanctuary.
She's looking for sensory escape with this drug called Lucy.
Okay.
But what starts as a desire for release spirals into a horrific assault
Oh, no.
involving some pretty dangerous individuals.
That's terrible.
This is a brutal and pivotal moment,
It is.
highlighting the vulnerabilities and dangers present even in places that are supposed to offer respite in the Undercity.
Wow.
This traumatic experience will undoubtedly have a lasting impact on Jax.
Right.
The aftermath is heavy. Jax wakes up back in her apartment, grappling with the lingering effects. A lot of self-loathing, but also this growing resolve.
Okay.
A fierce determination to never be that vulnerable again.
That's really important.
Yeah,
This kind of trauma often becomes a turning point.
it does.
While the self-loathing is understandable, that emerging resolve is key to her development.
Absolutely.
It suggests she's going to seek out the power and means to protect herself moving forward.
Yeah, she's not going to let this happen again.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what she does.
Okay.
He heads to Rusty's relics, needing better gear.
Okay.
Her interaction with Rusty has this great banter,
Okay.
but you also see her impressive skill with this old revolver,
Ooh.
customized with the colors of the old Barrio flag.
Interesting.
She walks out with new weapons and combat gear.
She's getting ready.
Yeah,
Her visit to Rusty's signifies a commitment to taking control.
it does.
Acquiring weapons and tactical clothing shows she's preparing. The Barrio flag detail on the revolver hints at a past connection or identity that might be important.
Right, so connecting again with Glitch Jax gets a major shock.
What's that?
The AI at Project Prometheus
Yeah.
isn't just code, it's sentient.
Wow.
Jax is torn because she needs this job to escape,
Yeah.
but now she's facing a serious ethical dilemma.
Right.
This revelation about the AI adds a significant moral dimension.
Absolutely.
It forces her to confront the potential consequences of her actions beyond just her own survival.
Oh, sure.
And raises questions about the value of artificial life.
That's huge.
It is. Glitch then mentions La Muerte de la Bruja,
La Muerte de la Bruja.
a festival with these cool glowing sugar skulls,
Okay.
and a controversial event called the Burning.
The burning.
Apparently, Soren Apex, this powerful figure, might be there,
Okay.
as well as Ash, the mysterious leader of the Way of the Moth.
So the festival provides this vibrant backdrop, right?
It does.
And the potential presence of both Apex and Ash suggests a possible collision of forces and ideologies within Nova Fortuna.
Absolutely.
It'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah. Now, haunted by memories of someone named Layla
Layla.
and a past mission, Jax initially hesitates,
Understandable.
but ultimately decides to go to La Muerte de la Bruja.
Interesting.
She even uses makeup as a form of remembrance.
Wow.
And maybe even defiance?
Jax's decision to attend despite her past trauma speaks to her resilience
Yeah,
and her need to confront her memories and perhaps find some form of closure
I think so too.
or a path forward.
Right.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah. When they arrive at the Grub Hub, the festival is in full swing.
Okay.
Vibrant, but also clearly commercialized.
Makes sense.
With propaganda for the burning featuring Soren Apex everywhere.
Oh, wow.
The juxtaposition of the festive atmosphere and the propaganda really highlights the authorities' influence
Right.
and the underlying tensions that likely exist within the Undercity population. There they meet Brick, who's described as this bullman exotic.
Bubble man.
Yeah, from Tory Prime. Okay.
And JC, who's a monkey.
A monkey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brick's origin is a huge reveal.
It is.
It means extraterrestrial life is a reality in this world.
That changes everything.
It does.
The introduction of extraterrestrial life dramatically broadens the scope of this narrative.
Absolutely.
It suggests a much larger universe
Yeah.
and raises all sorts of questions about Nova Fortuna's place within that galactic context.
Totally.
How these different species interact. It's fascinating.
So Jax and Glitch actually enjoy the festival for a bit.
Okay, good.
Lucy free.
Good for them.
And even run into someone called the Confetti King.
The Confetti King.
Then on the dance floor, Jax has this intense encounter with a woman,
Okay.
ending in a fiery kiss and a mysterious exchange of a neon moth
A neon moth.
before the woman vanishes into the fog.
This encounter adds an element of intrigue,
Yeah.
potential romance.
Right.
But that neon moth strongly hints at a connection to the Way of the Moth,
It does.
suggesting this wasn't just a random interaction. Right. But suddenly the festival is disrupted by this booming announcement for the burning,
Okay.
and the mood shifts from celebration to something much darker.
I bet.
The burning itself is horrific.
Oh,
A chained woman,
no.
a hateful reaction from who we assume is her husband,
Right.
a self-serving speech from Soren Apex,
Yikes.
and then the flames erupt.
This is awful.
It's terrible. The burning is a shocking display of power and control,
Yeah.
revealing the brutal underbelly of the authorities' regime. Apex's speech likely serves to justify this violence and reinforce his ideology.
For sure.
But just as things seem to reach their peak, the stadium goes dark.
Okay.
A haunting melody fills the air glitches spread across the screens.
Let's have it.
Holographic moths appear everywhere.
No way.
And then Ash, the leader of the Way of the Moth,
Oh, wow.
confronts Soren Apex in his private booth with a flamethrower.
This is crazy.
This is a dramatic and direct act of rebellion.
It is.
A clear challenge to Apex's authority. The use of a flamethrower is a powerful symbol,
I can see that.
mirroring the flames of the burning but now turned against the oppressors.
Right.
Ash unleashes the fire engulfing Apex's booth.
Wow.
Panic explodes in the crowd.
I bet.
Authority forces reappear, and the woman from the dance floor is suddenly there with Ash.
Oh, so they are connected.
Yeah,
The fiery attack is a decisive moment,
it is.
and the appearance of the woman alongside Ash confirms their connection and raises questions about her role within the Way of the Moth.
Then a message spreads. Distorted authority logos are replaced with, "Be drawn to the light, not consumed by the flame. Join us, Wom."
Wow.
And holographic moths guide the fleeing crowd.
The Way of the Moth's message is a clear call to action,
It is.
contrasting their ideology with the destructive nature of the authority.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see who joins them.
Yeah. Jax reflects on the moth drone and her encounter with the woman just as she receives an urgent message from Cypher.
Okay, so Jax's realization about the drone and her feelings about the woman suggest a potential shift in her allegiances,
Yeah.
and Cypher's message hints at what might be coming next.
So you've taken us on a wild ride through Nova Fortuna.
It has been a wild ride.
A city brimming with conflict secrets and a growing rebellion.
Lots to think about.
It really leaves you wondering what Jax will do next.
Yeah.
Will she join the Way of the Moth?
I don't know.
What's the urgent message from Cypher?
Right.
And how will the existence of sentient AI and extraterrestrial life shape the future of this fascinating world?
Lots to consider.
Lots to consider.